Morning, amigos. Dr. Doug here at BodyTrust.com in Los Angeles, California. Another interesting article here. It's from the BBC Health. And the little headline says, vegans and vegetarians may have higher stroke risk. They did a very large study here. This is published in the British Medical Journal. 48,000 people over 18-year span. And they separated them into meat eaters, and people who eat some meat, and vegetarians and vegans. And they found, to their surprise, that vegans and vegetarians had a 20% higher risk of stroke. Whoa, who knew? Of course, their cardiovascular health was much better. So they don't understand. Well, gee, maybe it's vitamin B12, but they don't really know further studies are required. Of course not, because they don't. That medicine, that theory, does not connect much of anything. Certainly won't connect mind and body or lifestyle and physical problems. But of course, they give advice on that, even though they're not trained in it. Anyway, I'm going to explain the stroke. They call it a hemorrhagic stroke. So there's two types of strokes. There's a yang excess and a yin excess. Yang is too much heat that rises up. Yin excess is too much material in the body. The vegetarians would more likely suffer from a yang excess stroke, hemorrhagic. And what happens is that the heat that builds up in really lean people who are ready for summer, so they're active and everything's moving and there's a lot of friction inside, and that's normal. But it can be too much on a system that's not used to it, and it can overdo it. So busyness and hurrying and all that stuff, which is very common. In the last 20 years, it's getting worse and worse. All that heat rises up very quickly and bursts a little blood vessel in the brain. When that happens, downstream, that brain tissue does not get nourished, it doesn't get oxygen. And it either goes to sleep or it dies. And that's a stroke. So part of the body, either sensory or motor, part of that function is lost, or at least asleep for a while. And that's a hemorrhagic stroke or a yang excess stroke. So it's very likely 20%. When I think about it, I'm not surprised, because the other thing is that a lot of people who go vegan, especially vegan, are orthorexics. Okay, orthorexia is this compulsive need to eat right all the time. And a lot of that probably includes eating 5 meals a day that are balanced and no meat and have to be perfect, and then take pictures of it and put it on Instagram and brag about it all the time. That's really worrying and creating a whole lot of unnecessary heat on food. In a rich, fat country like the United States or Britain, you don't need to worry about food. Not at all. Well, there's plenty of food everywhere of all kinds. So anyway, that's orthorexia. And so that also adds the heat to this yang excess, this yang rising that bursts a blood vessel. The other type of stroke is a yin excess, and that's where people are obese. So obesity also has a high degree of stroke. That's a different kind. There, the excess material, some little bit of it finds its way up into the brain and blocks blood downstream, which means downstream those brain cells go to sleep or die. So that's a blockage type. That's a yin excess anyway. So that's stroke explained, and I would say that I do like the Chinese. I eat everything, but I eat a little bit of meat, usually to flavor other things, flavor grains and vegetables. So that's me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Hasta el lunes, amigos.